This video is not for the faint-hearted. If you think you've seen it all, believe me, the Amazon will erase the line between fiction and reality. My name is James, and I'm here to tell you a story about how I went deep into the jungle to find a creature locals call the water's shadow. They say it appears without a sound and disappears with those who stood too close to the shore. I've always been obsessed with the unknown. For years I heard legends about a giant fish lurking in the remote Amazonian tributaries. It has no official name. Elders whisper about it as if afraid it might hear. They say it can grab a grown man and pull him under water. To me, that was a challenge I couldn't resist. I arrived at a small village near the Chipura River. One of the locals, an old man named Ubaldo, agreed to tell me what he knew. "It's not like other fish," he said. "Its eyes are like glass, and its jaw. Like a caiman's, it bites your legs and doesn't let go. You dive and never come back." There was no exaggeration in his voice, only fear. With a boat and a guide, I headed deeper into the jungle. After 2 days, we reached a place locals called Dead Water. The silence there was strange. No birds sang. No fish splashed. Something about it held your nerves tight, like the jungle itself was holding its breath. I cast my line. I had a strange feeling, like the water beneath us was ... alive. Hours passed with no bites. Then suddenly a powerful pull. The rod bent sharply, the line stretched, and the boat shook. Whatever was down there had inhuman strength. My guide just whispered, "She's here." A dark body emerged from the deep, a massive shadow beneath the water, at least 10 feet long, its eyes glassy, unmoving. I saw a tail breach the surface, something between a fin and a crocodile's tail. My guide screamed, the boat rocked, and I fell into the water. Cold, silence, then sharp pain in my leg. It had grabbed me. Its jaws clamped on my calf like a bear trap. I struggled, slapping the water. I felt it pulling me down, almost testing if I was alive. My heart pounded, lungs burned. And then I saw its face, closer than I ever wanted. Its skin was rough, like bark, with gills on both sides. This wasn't any fish I'd ever imagined. It was prehistoric, something that shouldn't exist. But it did. And it stared at me with no emotion, no mercy. I reached for the knife on my belt and stabbed where I thought its eye was. The water thrashed, the pressure released, it let go. I surfaced, gasping for air. My guide was gone. Only the boat rocked near the bank. I swam to it with what little strength I had, climbed in, and started rowing, not caring where. Just away. After hours, I reached the village. Ubaldo looked at my leg, brought bandages and silence. He knew. I didn't ask if my guide had survived. In the jungle, everyone's on their own. The creature stayed behind, in its depths. But now I know it's not a legend. It waits, and it's still waiting. I barely escaped the jaws of a creature no encyclopedia dares name, but it's real. And if you ever decide to fish deep in the Amazon's forgotten waters, remember, the water here has eyes, and sometimes it's looking right at you. And now let's move on to another creepy story. I don't know why I survived. Sometimes I think it would have been better not to return from that expedition, because now every time I close my eyes, I see them again. Those jaws, those eyes, not of a crocodile, of a monster. We went to the Amazon to prove the legend of the man-eater was fake. But it wasn't a legend. It was a hunt. And we were the prey. My name is Tom, and 2 years ago my friend Alex and I traveled deep into the jungle. Alex, my colleague, a documentary filmmaker, we had experience, gear, a plan. But nothing can prepare you for what shouldn't exist. Locals warned us. That's no crocodile, it's something else. We didn't believe them. According to legends, this creature only attacks at night. As big as a boat, as old as the river itself. It lives in one place, a dead-end channel locals call the Black Mirror. No one goes near it, but we did. We wanted proof. Cameras, drones, sensors, everything was ready, and we went there. One last time, together. Alex grabbed a flashlight. I hit record. Something was moving in the water. Fast. Then a splash, a massive hit on the side of the boat. I felt the camera dropped into the water. Alex reached for the rifle. Too late. The creature launched out of the river like a torpedo. Not a crocodile. Bigger. It grabbed Alex by the waist and vanished. His scream still haunts me. Desperate. Short. I was alone in the boat, paralyzed by fear. The water went still. Even the insects stopped. I sat there, trembling, until I realized I was next. I grabbed the oars and paddled. Didn't care where. Just away from that place. I made it back to camp at sunrise. The locals found me, covered in mud, scratches, madness in my eyes. They weren't surprised. They just said, "Now you know the truth. Alex was missing. Never found." But later they recovered his camera on the riverbank. The last frames, those eyes, and the jaws filling the entire screen. They say the creature only appears when someone is looking for it. I'll never return to that place. But if you ever plan to explore the Amazon, remember, there are more than animals out there. There's something that sees you as meat. And when the night falls silent, pray the water stays still. Because when it starts to ripple, it's already too late.